Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're brand new. I'm very happy that you decided to join me today for another speed build, and today we are building a big base game family home on a 40 by 30 lot in Willow Creek, if I'm not mistaken. And this is going to be a pretty long video. I mean, it's not like completely super long, like it doesn't end anymore, but yeah, it's quite long. So I hope you're going to stick around with my ramblings and blabblings and so on and so on, and I hope you're going to like this house because I really like how it came out eventually, and I'm very proud of what I achieved by using only the base game. And as always, with the exteriors, I don't feel like I have many issues because yeah, I think the base game is really a good pack game to have for exteriors, but when it comes to interiors it becomes a bit more challenging, mostly with a house this big, because yeah, you kind of tend to overuse the same things over and over again, and I didn't want that, and so I tried my best to, you know, achieve a fine look, even though I was using only the base game. And yeah, I hope I was successful with that, but yeah, you'll be the judge of that, and yeah, hopefully you will be merciful with me, and yeah, with my attempt in doing something with the base game. It's not obviously the first build I am doing with the base game, because I've done well, not many more, but quite a few with only the base game, and yeah, this is one of my favorite ones. I don't know if it's because of the shape, even though the shape, you know, it's nothing particular. It's just like your typical suburban house, but with a twist, because I've decided, as you can see right now on your screen, to use the terrain manipulation tool. And so yeah, I think it makes the house look a bit more unique. And also I'm kind of yeah, as much as I like this build, I'm also kind of hating it right now, because I was so ahead of myself with videos. I was kind of pre-recording a bit, because university is starting soon for me, next Monday to be precise, if you're watching this video on the day that it comes out, which is a Monday. Yeah, university is going to start really soon, and I wanted to have, you know, a bunch of videos ready so that yeah, I would have had time you know, to study and follow the courses and to be relatively like tranquil with yeah, uploads. But I failed because I was so ahead of myself, like last week when I posted the two builds you saw last week. If you saw them, if you didn't, you can catch them up. They are obviously on my channel, so you can find them very easily. So yeah, I was really happy that I was able to, you know, be sort of consistent in my work. Can I call it work? It's not my job, but yeah, it's my work. And then I failed because this house took me forever to do and to furnish and to landscape and everything else. So yeah, I failed. I'm a failure, I have to say. And so I think that from now on, well, I don't want to say that you are going to see only tiny homes or micro homes, but yeah, more or less, because unfortunately I don't think I'll have a lot of time, and also I have an exam approaching, and yeah, so I have to kind of focus on university as well. So yeah, I hope you are not going to mind that. Also, if I mean, typically I would like to post like twice a week. Like, I like to post on Mondays and Fridays, because I think they are, for me, the best days of the week to post videos. But with university starting, given that yeah, I'm going to have classes like physically again, after all this madness that happened in the world with the quarantine and so on, finally I'm going to have classes in person again. And yeah, this will also mean that I'll have less time because I'll be less at home, And by studying veterinary, I'm kind of condemning myself to be locked at home practically studying, because I'm at the last year of veterinary medicine, and so it's a bit challenging, and I'm pretty busy with exams and labs and practice and so on. So it's going to be interesting, I should say, but let's see what I'll be able to do. And I'm very happy actually to go back to university, because following at home was a bit stressful for me, without being able to go outside and so on and so on. So it's been a bit rough on my mental health, but hopefully things are going back to, well, I don't want to say it, but I hope they are somewhat going back to normal. I hope there won't be another like wave of madness, but let's see, we will see. I guess if you'll stick around, I'll talk about it, but I don't want to be negative on this channel because it's a sort of my escape from the real world. So maybe it is also for you, I don't know. But as you can see right now, I'm working on a treehouse, because this house has many kids, so I wanted them to have a lot of places to hang out and play. And so they have that treehouse, which is fully furnished and fully functional. And the best thing is that I've placed a tree that disappears in live mode, so it's not an issue to play in the treehouse, in live mode. Even though in reality the tree is like inside of the treehouse, but I hope you don't mind that. And as I was saying, that treehouse is fully furnished, and they also have an entire playroom with a dollhouse and that table with which they can draw things. So these kids are kind of spoiled. But let's talk about this household. I didn't create the Sims that live in this house, because for the love of me I have no time to do that, but I imagined like a generations house. So this house contains a big family, and there are a couple of parents, a couple of grandparents, then I think 2 kids, 1 toddler and 1 teen. I think that should be enough. And you can also expand the house if you'd like to, because there is also an office space which can be easily turned into another bedroom if you'd like to. And there is also that playroom I was talking about, which is a fairly big room actually. So if you'd like to have more Sims living here, you can definitely do that. You just need to remove those rooms, remove the furniture from those rooms, and you should be fine. There is also an arts and crafts room, sort of that thing, in which I placed an easel, a woodworking table, and it's like a storage room. And if you want, that can be a bedroom as well. But oh gosh, this house has so many rooms, and it took me really an eternity to build it, but I really like it, so I hope you're going to like it too. Let me know, obviously. But now, as you can see on the screen, I'm building a swing set. Obviously we don't have swing sets in the base game. I think they came with both Seasons and Island Living, if I'm not mistaken, but we don't have one in the base game. Of course it's not functional, but your Sims can sit on it and pretend it's functional. If you want to take screenshots, you definitely can. And I've used the tool mod to create it. I've just simply rotated some fireplace pockets, I think they're called. I've used them in my past builds because they are kind of versatile. You can rotate them and make different structures, and I think I really like the overall result. It's a bit weird, but I think from afar it can look like a swing set. And it took me a fair while to get it right actually, but eventually I made it, and I'm kind of happy with the overall result. So I hope you're going to like it as well. And as I've already said, it's functional and your Sims can sit there, even though it's a bit weird because I've used an ottoman, I think they're called, and I've sized it down. So yeah, it looks kind of weird, but yeah, it's functional, and yeah, you can take screenshots if you want, I don't know. But as you can see, now I'm moved on into the interior, and this is the kitchen. It's a fairly big kitchen, I have to say, but the dining room is a bit tiny, and actually I have placed a lot of sitting areas, but I'm not sure there are, sitting areas for everyone to sit at the table. Let me count. So 2 parents and 2 grandparents, so we are at 4. 2 kids, we are at 6, so no, they don't have enough seats to eat them all together, but they have plenty of seats, to sit in general. So yeah, they should be fine. But this kitchen is fairly huge because I wanted this family to have a big kitchen, and you're going to see that I'm going to change the colors later on. You're not going to see it on screen because I cut that part, because this video is too long and I couldn't keep it. You all know how to change swatches, so yeah, I didn't think it was necessary to keep that part. But the kitchen is going to shift from this like orangey brown, well, it's not an orangey brown, but this brown, to white, because actually I don't know why, but because maybe I couldn't find any matching things and it was kind of bothering me a bit. So yeah, I had to change the colors because yeah, that seemed the best solution ever for me. But yeah, I really like this kitchen. Is really spacious, while this one that I'm working on right now is going to be the dining room. And as you can see, I wanted it to have a separation from the kitchen, but I've made it as though those doors are open, so it looks like it's open onto the kitchen, and it's really nice. And yeah, I had to enlarge this room. I had to widen it because my sim obviously wasn't able to access all the chairs because they were like into the wall. So yeah, I had to expand it, but it's nothing like drastic. It's just expanded by 1 tile, and my sim was able to access all the seats. I hope it's going to work for you as well. If it doesn't, I'm really sorry, but sometimes the Sims it's a bit weird, because what may work for me, maybe it doesn't work for you, and sometimes it's really weird. So yeah, I just hope everything is going to be fine for you. But as you can see, I'm just decorating this room with some plants and some random clutter. I'm not showing all the cluttering up because it's kind of repetitive sometimes, and this video was already too long. Also, I didn't include all the bedrooms because they were too many. And I'm pretty slow in building because I like to go full into details when I build. So it takes me a while to furnish all the rooms because I like details. I like to make my houses have personality. So it takes me a fair while to furnish. So sometimes I have to cut some things, and I'm sorry. But if you're curious to see the rooms I've cut, there are all the screenshots at the end of the video. So if you're curious, you can directly jump there, or just wait until you get there, and I would appreciate that because you would help me so much. And also, obviously, this house is available on the Sims 4 gallery. My ID is Giuliabuilds, and you can find me as Giuliabuilds everywhere else. So on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, not Facebook. Don't listen to me. So on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. So if you'd like to keep in touch with me also there, I would be happy to see you there. And I'm very friendly, so don't be afraid, or don't feel threatened by me. Also, why would you feel threatened by me? I really don't know. But you can definitely follow me everywhere, and I'd be happy to see you there. Really happy. And also, let me know what you think about this house in the comment section down below. And if you have any suggestions of any other builds that you want to see here on the channel, definitely let me know as well. I would be happy to take all your suggestions and to implement them in my game, because sometimes I see building as like an artistic process, like a creative process, and you have to be very creative to come up with things, not only to build a house, to give it a shape or something like that, but also to furnish it, because I think that sometimes we have a certain style with which we decide to build and furnish, and sometimes it can become kind of repetitive, so it takes a bit of creativity. But as you can see, I'm once again using some gallery art, still by Fruit Loops 40, so definitely I recommend following him or her, them, let's say them, on the gallery, because they have a lot of custom art which count as no CC, and as you can see right now I'm using them again. And the good thing is that it comes as no CC and it helps a lot, like with base game builds, because you're kind of limited, as I was saying previously, with the furniture, mostly artworks. Artworks are so hard, because I feel like you, after a while, after furnishing a couple of rooms, you necessarily have to repeat some art in the house, because there isn't a lot available, and if you want to go for a certain style in your house, you definitely have to use similar art. So it's really nice to have like custom art which is no CC. So I've used it, I've overused it in this build, but of course it counts as no CC, so you're fine. You can download this build from the gallery, and that art will be there. And if you want precisely that custom art, you can grab it from Fruit Loops 40's gallery. So I will have the link in the description box down below if you want to get them directly. But as you can see, given that this one is a family home, I wanted it to feel not only lived in, but like that kids are in this house, even though they have a dedicated treehouse and they have an entire playroom. I wanted them, I wanted their presence to be seen, let's say, and so I placed some plushies on the couch. I think they look so adorable, because they make those couches, first of all, they make them look more comfortable, because I hate when couches don't have pillows. Personally, in my house I have like 10 pillows on the couch, so cushion or pillows, however you want to call them. So for me they are a pretty important part of a couch, because they make it more comfortable and they make it look like it's more cozy and more soft, and a place on which you can relax. While if they're bare, they look a bit plasticky to me. So I always like to merge some chairs or include some poofs when I'm not doing a base game build. I think it gives them that soft touch that they miss sometimes. Some couches in The Sims 4 have some pillows, but not in the base game, and the base game ones are a bit weird. I think the base game is fairly fine when it comes to building, a more modernish house, a contemporary house. But when it comes to decorate interiors for a family home, it becomes a bit tricky, because most of all, when the family home is quite big, it's difficult, really difficult, not to repeat certain objects, and I tried my best. So once again, let me know if you think I nailed it or I failed it. But as you can see, I'm currently finishing working on the living room. It's a quite spacious living room. The only thing I'm sorry about is that there aren't many windows. So it's a bit dark, even though there is that glass door and there are those two windows that you can see right now on this wall. But I wished there were more. And I thought about building it where there is the kitchen, but it had such a weird shape, that room. So eventually I changed my mind and I've decided to build it in that room. And here, as you can see, I'm working on the arts and crafts room. As you can see, there is an easel, a woodworking table, and a lot of boxes and some decorations. I also cut a lot of decluttering of this room because I didn't feel like it was necessary, and you can see this room in the screenshots if you're curious. So it's just a storage room and an arts and crafts room. Okay, saying arts and crafts is very hard for me, so please don't judge me. Also, if you didn't know, I'm not English. I think you could fathom it from my pronunciation. I'm Italian. If you're new here, so be kind with me. I'm trying my best, to make me understand. Also, funny story. The other day I've received like a super mean comment from probably a bot or a troll or something like that, because eventually I saw that they posted mean comments practically on really a lot of other simmers, YouTube simmers, and they like told me that they couldn't understand my English, but in their sentence they even made like a grammatical mistake. And obviously that comment didn't bother me at all. I mean, it was pretty much clear that they were doing it like for fun. I really don't know what's fun in it, but probably. So I found it pretty funny because I don't think my English is that bad, of course I'm not. It's not my mother tongue, so of course I will make mistakes. Of course my pronunciation is a bit off. Of course sometimes I will misspell something and things of that sort. But I don't think I'm that bad, honestly. So well, it didn't bother me, but it was just to tell you the story of I think it was my first hateful comment, so maybe I'm becoming a real content creator. I don't know, you'll be the judge of that, let me know. But as you can see, I've talked over all the master bedroom, and now I'm off to the toddler's room. And this room is quite tiny, I have to say, but there is everything that a toddler would need. And I also forgot to mention that this also has 6 bedrooms, I think, and 4 bathrooms, and the parents' room has an ensuite bathroom, while I think there are 3 bathrooms on the ground floor, and 1 bathroom. Okay, I'm getting confused. I'm confusing myself by myself. So there are 3 bathrooms on the ground floor and 1 big bathroom on the first floor. So I think that the bathrooms are enough. Maybe I could have added 1 more for sure, if I wasn't limiting myself with the base game only thing. Probably I would have also included a laundry room, but you definitely can. There is room. You can like remove 1 bathroom, or anyway make it like an half bathroom, and make it a laundry room as well. So there is definitely a lot of room to make this house, personal for your gameplay. But now I'm working on the teens room, which is on the 2nd floor. And so I'm not going to show you the grandparents' room and the 2 kids' rooms, I think, and also the office. I didn't record that because it was too long. It took me like I don't know how many hours actually, but for sure I've worked on this house like for 1 week, counting that I build only in the evenings because during daytime I study. So but it took me a fair while, and so it was really a long process, but eventually I made it, and I really like this room. I would pay to have this room, honestly, because it's on the 2nd floor. There is no one here, and so this teen has a bit of privacy. There is only her kid sister's room on this floor, but it's quite private, and I would love to have this room. They also have a bathroom on this floor, which is the only bathroom I'm showing you, which is this one. It's fairly big. It's a full bathroom, so there is both a shower and a bathtub. Of course, I've included also a toddler pot. Is it called that way? But anyway, the toilet for the toddler, let's call it. And there are plenty of bathtubs, so the parents can wash the toddler, because that's really useful. I didn't include an eye chair, I think they're called, because I've heard so many people that they are pretty annoying. But if you want to have it, for decor or whatever, you can definitely swap one of the chairs at the dining table, and yeah, you can have room for your toddler to sit. But yeah, this bathroom is quite simple. It's pretty big actually. I really like the layout I was able to come up with. I think it's a really nice bathroom, and yeah, it's a fairly big bathroom, I have to say, and at least it's not the same layout that I usually go for. I'm sorry if I'm like eating my words, but 30 minutes of voiceover are quite challenging. You also have to find a lot of things to say. As you can see, my tongue is playing around with me. But yeah, I think we are almost at the end of the video, so I should have made it. So, yeah, I'm the best. No, I'm not, definitely. But as you can see, I'm working on an external fireplace or fire pit, however you want to call it. And I've used a fountain that came with the base game. Well, why am I saying that? This is a base game build. Okay, so I've used that rounded fountain, and then I've used some wooden thingies, and I've hidden a fireplace inside, so it's functional. And you have also a fire pit. But we are actually at the end of this video, and now there are the screenshots. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave a like and comment and subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully I'll see you all in my next one. Bye!